Okay. All right. First, please say and spell your first and last name for me.
Sure. John Lira, John Lira.
Okay. And where are you based out of?
I'm based out of the southeast side of San Antonio. So right off of WW Wide and Rigsby or WW Wide and South Cross, right around that area.
Okay.
East Central School District.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. First question. What message what message are you sending voters in Congressional District 35?
The message I'm sending them is that we can overcome Republican gerrymandering in Texas 35. This is a seat that was specifically targeted by Republicans in Austin this summer to try to flip and try to steal. And Democrats can absolutely hold it if we send the right candidate in there that is has deep roots in this district, who has their experience required for this role, Washington, D.C. experience, federal experience, national experience, and also somebody who's battle tested, somebody who's been in the political arena. So if we want to defend this seat, which we absolutely can, then we definitely must send the right Democrat who's willing to build the coalition to win in November.
Next question. How does the newly drawn district map impact your campaign?
Uh, Absolutely, it impacts it 100% impact. You know, my community was redrawn into the 3rd congressional district in the last 5 years. So in 5 years, my home has been in 3 congressional districts. So my community is tired of being used as this Republican promotion system. So we're ready to fight. We're ready to keep this seat blue. Excuse me, kids. Can I finish over here real quick? Sorry about that.
No problem.
So, so the maps matter absolutely. There's a lot goes more into public education. People think that it's still living in the old district. So we want to continue to educate people. We want to continue to get people out to vote, to not be discouraged, and get out and vote. But yes, the redrawing of the maps had significant influence and impact. And we got to make sure that people know in our district that their political power was specifically targeted and tried to be carved up by the gerrymandering that happened this summer.
Okay. And what are the biggest issues you're hearing from voters on the campaign trail?
Excuse me, sir. Can I finish this interview real quick? Sorry about that. The biggest issues that we're hearing about is still definitely affordability issues. It's definitely pocketbook issues. Everything, including the price of electricity, the price of groceries, the price of food, the price of rent, the price of mortgage, the price of childcare. Everything is going up, and families in Texas 35, the working class families, are feeling it. So that's the first thing that we're hearing. Other things we're going to prioritize, because we want people to not only feel like they're getting ahead, keeping up, but also getting ahead. So we want to focus on entrepreneurship. We want to focus on letting people, getting people higher wages, better paying jobs, more stable jobs. Bringing back the child tax credit. So really providing some relief for working class families. And of course, it's about accountability. People are terrified about what they're seeing on their TV right now. They want accountability for the administration. They want to see this all stop. So we're going to bring 100% accountability whenever we flip the House coming up in November.
Okay. And last question. What sets you apart from your opponents?
I think what I mentioned before, I think voters are looking for somebody who has deep roots in the district, somebody who has experience relevant to the job, and somebody who's been in the political arena before, who's ready for a fight to defend this seat. On all of those fronts, I think I have all 3. I am born and raised in Southeast Side San Antonio. It has my school district, it has my church community, it has my old Marine recruitment station. Also job relevant. I served on the front lines in the military as a young Marine in the invasion of Iraq and in the height of the insurgency in 2005, but also after I took off the uniform. I went and served in the front lines of our federal government at the U.S. Small Business Administration as a political appointee in the Biden-Harris administration at AmeriCorps. So we bring these real tangible skills. And finally, somebody who is just battle tested in the political arena. I took on Tony Gonzalez that year of that horrible Uvalde shooting. We tried to get those families justice. And those families are still looking for justice now. But those three qualities right there is what I think the people want to see in the Democrat that they're going to send into the political arena to try to defend this seat. And we have all of those, and we're getting a lot of encouragement, and we're building a strong coalition, a diverse coalition of union members, Stonewall Democrats, Tejano Democrats, young Democrats. So our coalition is ready to meet the test and stand up and meet the moment this midterm election.